Good Monday, makers. My name is Dave. I'm one of the owners here at Maker Pipe. I want to welcome you back to Maker Pipe Monday. This is a video series we do every Monday where we take a look at all of the builds that have been posted to the Maker Pipe community each week. I want to remind you that we do run the Build of the Month contest as well. This is our second month doing it. And if you want your build to be entered into the Build of the Month contest, just tag it Maker Pipe BOTM. And if you like these builds and want to see more, please check out our community, but also subscribe to the channel. We'd love having you in the future. All right, on to the builds. The next one, the first one we've got is by Julia. She made this fantastic shade for her second floor deck. And she did it in a really simple and efficient way, I think. What she did here was she stretched an IKEA shade, and the details of that are in the comments here, but she added some grommets to a IKEA shade and then stretched it from her roof right here to this black frame that she made out of conduit and Maker Pipe connectors. And she didn't use many connectors at all. It looks like she used 1 T, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only 6 connectors on this and some black shrink wrap. And she was able to stretch the shade from this structure that she made off the front of the deck all the way to the roof. And you can see here she used some bungees and some grommets that she fitted to the IKEA shade. And it came out great. I love this. She also attached the frame with some 2-hole straps, conduit 2-hole straps, which are just a everyday off-the-shelf item that you can get at any hardware store that's meant to attach conduit, directly to a flat surface. So that's fantastic, and it looks great. It looks like an awesome place to hang out. Thanks so much for sharing, Julia. We really appreciate it. Next build we have is an outdoor rain shelter, and this was built by Scott up in Alaska. And he mentioned he needed something that's going to hold up to Alaskan weather, which I can imagine can be pretty intense at times. So here's the structure he made. He took just an ordinary tarp and stretched it over the frame that he made out of conduit and Maker Pipe. And some really cool things he did here. He took 45-degree connectors to go from the sidewalls into the roof. And then it looks like he used T connectors for the roof peak. Some people have used 90-degree connectors for the roof peak when they're 90 degrees, but this looks like it's a little bit less than 90. So that's where you can take 2 T connectors and kind of stagger them and get any angle that you're looking for. Great technique, looks fantastic. He's got lots of reinforcement on the walls, these 45-degree braces, and even some that support the middle of the roof, which I imagine is going to be key in Alaska just with the snow load, something you have to consider. So fantastic build, Scott. Thanks so much for showing us, and keep us posted to how it works out over the winter. Next one is by Paul. We've seen a lot of backyard movie screens. That's really been popular this summer. And Paul made an enormous one. It's 16 feet wide by 9 feet tall. So it's a really big build. And he's able to set it up by himself in just about 30 minutes. And I think it's smart the way that he went about designing this to be able to handle and store such a big structure. Because he said it was important that he'd be able to store it flat, put it away when he's not having the whole neighborhood over for movies. But here it is with the screen and everything. He got this screen from Carl's Projector Screens is the name of the company. Let me look back. Yeah, Carl's Projector Screens. And there it is. It's huge. It looks fantastic. And then here's the structure behind it. So he did he built it in 2 pieces. So it's a little bit more manageable. And then he's got support legs going out the back with some sandbags and concrete bags to just weigh it down and give it some support. So those legs looks like there's 2 pieces. And then those 2 pieces, the legs collapse in for this flat storage. And he used 45 degrees for those legs and put another brace out here. Another 45 to create that leg and give you something to put a sandbag on. But look at that thing. It's huge. and it's fantastic. So I'm glad it worked out. Thanks so much for sharing. I love seeing these backyard movie screens because it's if you can't go to the movies, you know, what's better than having it in your backyard. So thanks, Paul. Thanks for sharing. Next one we have is by Scott. Scott made this ball holder for his garage, and really is a neat thing. Let me play this video here. He's got 8 T connectors up top to make this elongated cube, and then he just took bungee cord and tied it all around. Something similar to you see at the store, right, where they're selling balls, but he's got so many, he needs a place for them in his garage, and attached this to the wall with some conduit straps, and they're not rolling all over the place. Awesome build, Scott. Thanks so much for sharing. Another build by Scott is these push-up bars. He's been busy, and this just used 4 T connectors. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ends with some port, and these are rubber furniture end caps. These work really well on the ends of conduit. Get them in 7/8 inch, and you can find them at Home Depot, Lowe's, this type of thing, or online. And they're really good for just, you know, having them on the floor so the conduit's not marking up the floor. And also, if you think about it, the connector is a little bit thicker, and it raises up the conduit on the floor, so you need to take up that space, and these are perfect for that. So anyway, he did these fantastic push-up bars, bent the conduit here, and push-up bars, they give you a better position for your hands. They're safer, they work different muscles and more muscles, so we think it's great. Only 4 connectors, and really came out awesome. Scott, thanks so much for sharing both those builds. Great job. Next we have a build by Debbie, and Kelly shared this on the community for her, but she made this great shelving system for around this bed, this child's bed. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different levels, and it's custom to the size of the room and the size of the bed, and looks fantastic. Nice stained wood for the shelves. She used T connectors here to connect to the vertical pipe to support the shelves, and she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different verticals there. And then she used pipe flanges, threaded pipe flange with the electrical conduit to attach it to the wall. And this is kind of a cool hack. You can get pipe flanges which are normally meant for threaded pipe, but they actually work well on 3/4 inch conduit also. It's a tight fit. You're able to push them in. And in an application like this, where you've got it attached to the wall and the pipes this way, you know, it's going to hold great. In some of the more demanding applications, you can actually bend out the conduit inside of the pipe flange. Gives it you know, it won't pull out. And then I've seen people use compression fittings that are meant for EMT, and then screw those right into the pipe flange and then insert the conduit. So there's a few different ways to do that. But she did it here, and it looks fantastic. I love the look of this, Debbie. We appreciate you sharing it. And the last build we have is by Jean. Jean was in contact with us as she was building this. She's in New York City and wanted to have chickens and needed a chicken run. So she took Maker Pipe frame and then covered it with hardware cloth, and this was the result. She's got a great place for her chickens. She's got a door here on the side, and she's got an igloo roost, I believe, with a little access door there, and just a fantastic build. You know, if you're in New York City, you don't have much space, you got to make the most out of what you have, and I think she did that. So thanks, Jean. We really appreciate you sharing this and showing us what you build. And that's all the builds we've got for this week. Thanks for everybody sharing their builds on the community. We love seeing them. We love seeing what you guys are creating. And be sure, if you want to hear more about these builds and see the details and interact with the people that made them, go ahead to the description, click on the links directly to the community to check out these and see all the pictures and comment. And we'd also like to hear, what's your favorite one? Comment down below. Let us know what your favorite build for this week is, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.